95k. Yeah, I'm gonna be playing Chicken Gun. You can actually join me right now if you wanna. There's literally no one, and I'm talking.
The game I've been looking forward to the most.
So if you hear sounds, that's my sister.
Puzzle solving, personally
Wait, so I'm
With
making
this
a
being the fourth
server.
game in the series, you
Why
probably
is it
just by now. Putt is tasked with a mission,
right?
and your
Free
job as the
mode,
player is to go help
town
them
3F,
accomplish it. But what's cool about
Blupi
Putt's adventure this
Gaming,
time around is that it actually begins in a similar vein to Putt
Blupi
Goes to the Moon, with you beginning the adventure by
Gaming.
returning to Mr. Firebird's fireworks factory
No
as seen in Putt
password.
Goes to the Moon.
As
Although, as you'll notice,
said,
Mr. Firebird
as I
has
said,
boarded up that signpost after learning of the
really.
mistakes that were made last time. And
Alright, time to join.
into time travel. It's a cool little continuity nod to a previous
Alright, so there's no one here. But I'm gonna prepare. What? Is there something? I think there was something. I think something was there. I don't know. I'm gonna wait for some people. Let people join me. So yeah, everyone join. If you're even watching. I don't know if you can make this smaller.
Time Vortex Hub Room is such a relaxing tune.
Wow! It's like a science fiction movie, except I have a feeling that this is reality. These must be the 4 places where Pep and all my things landed. I wonder where I should go first.
I honestly love listening to this song. There's just something about it that sits so right with me. I suppose it's worth mentioning that this game also has a musical sequence just like Save the Zoo did, and it's serviceable for sure, but nothing tops topiary creatures in my opinion. As the song just described, the game is composed of 4 different time periods that Putt can travel to. The future, the Old West, medieval times, and all the way back to the time of the dinosaurs. This here is the apex of Putt gameplay, seeing as this game dramatically increased the number of item spawn locations to not 1, not 2, not 3, but 4 potential locations for each of Putt's 4 items, all of which are independently determined from one another. As one could probably presume, this means that all 4 personal items can be sent to one of 4 possible locations, leading to a whopping 16 potential scenarios that a player could encounter on one individual playthrough, meaning that you would have to play through this game a total of 24 times in order to experience every possible combination of pathways in this game. Now that is a substantial upgrade in the replayability department, and while it's not the only reason, it's
alright, let's see how these bots work. So he flew up there. Alright, so he's an innocent cheater.
Unlike Freddy Fish, Pajama Sam, and Spy Fox, I never got to witness every main entry in the Putt series. Zoo and Time were the only 2 I had. These were the games I grew up on, so expect me to be a little biased in all the praises I'm singing out, but even with that nostalgic attachment aside, I'd still consider this to be the best game in the franchise. All of the unique time periods are distinctly creative, with the future being this mystifying Jetsons-inspired city sky, complete with flying cars and fancy technological advancements that may or may not have unintentionally predicted the future.
Excuse me. I thought this was a library. Where's all your books?
My, you are from the past, aren't you? Nowadays, all books can be found on our computer.
My absolute favorite attraction in the future, however, is the telescope located at the front entrance. If you look through it, you can discover all sorts of different constellations, ranging from the characters you'll meet in other time periods to plenty of cameos from other humongous properties. Freddy, Sam, and Spy Fox are all present and accounted for, with Spy Fox specifically rocking a kick-ass theme song. Anyways, this telescope is also the source of a quote that I still continue to
Teleportation
recite
school.
to this day. I have no idea why this particular line of dialogue has stuck with me all these years, but it plays whenever Merlin's constellation appears in this telescope.
Yes.
Like I said, I have no idea why this line is so special to me. If you ever hear me say, "Ah, yes," you'll know exactly what I'm referencing. Most of the puzzles in the game have been bumped up in difficulty a little bit, just to make the game more elaborate with a lot of the steps a player needs to take in order to acquire a particular item. 2, 3, sometimes even 4 steps are required to take in order to obtain one, as seen with acquiring Putt-Putt's lunchbox from the old prospector who's constantly panning for gold. Most also travel back and forth between time periods in order to obtain the things you need, such as with if you happen to roll a playthrough where Putt-Putt's calculator is hooked up to Merlin's machine, you'll be tasked with acquiring a battery from the future time period, located conveniently in the same area as the
We'll look
station
to
for
look at this.
West, whose main attraction
Whoa, look at this futuristic car.
a rundown locomotive that hires Putt-Putt on as his junior conductor. After oiling him up and acquiring
That's
either
cool.
the firewood or water needed to get his engine started up, he proceeds to take you along the road with a few different locations.
Where's bro?
To ride a train to all these different locations. I kind of wish there was a bit more to explore each of them, especially the last part section.
Where did bro go?
One reference to make,
Oh, look, there he is.
And last but not least, we have the time of the dinosaurs. I don't want to label it as Jurassic or Cretaceous or anything like that, seeing as I don't know for sure which of those periods it's set in, if any at all. But all in all, this was a really cool idea, honestly. Considering how much kids seem to love dinosaurs and that they wouldn't exactly be fitting in any of these humongous IP settings, this seems salvage, but you can read about the process behind the making of the game, where the concept came from, facts about how the programming process was done, the character design
Look, you
process,
already
includes
with
examples of Merlin's early stages on how he ultimately turned out. It's really cool, and I only wish the rest of the site could have been
TV.
salvaged. Not to bring the mood down or anything, but sadly, this game also marks the final time that Jason Ellefson would return the voice character. It's probably
If you didn't hear that, that's me singing in
I
Russian.
would definitely say that this is his best performance yet. Attention towards the end, you'll notice that this game was dedicated in memory of Brett Barrett. Brett Barrett was one of the original 6 members that worked on many of the humongous titles leading up to 1997, with his last game notably being Travels Through Time. I never knew him personally, obviously, but the former members of Humongous talked so highly of him that he sounds like he truly was a stand-up guy, and I'm grateful for all of the contributions he had made on the games that he worked on, as I am for everyone else who also worked for Humongous at any point in their lives. But I don't want to drag the whole mood of the video down. If anything, this was a great game to be made in memory of his contributions to the company, and is without a doubt the most engaging Putt-Putt title if you ask me. If there is any game that I always look forward to going back to from this franchise, it's this one. Truly a remarkable title to see.
Between you and me, I thought time traveling was the best ever.
Well, I'm glad you have so much fun, Putt-Putt. But according to my calculations, you're going to
Whoa.
be for school unless you hurry.
Yeah, you're right, Mr. Firebird. I'll show you my report later. Here's my mission report. Now let me tell you what I learned.
Man, this is really long.
Get your tire put on and you'll be picking up. Fill her up with gas, grab favorite up. Go head out to the track. Take your
Alright, so I'm gonna save this map.
fun with Putt-Putt and the race. Putt-Putt and your
But you know, just because Putt-Putt Travels Through Time happened to be an incredible game doesn't mean that the following title couldn't live up to the standards that it set. Far from it. In fact, Putt-Putt Enters the Race is a perfectly solid title in its own right. This time around, there's no new attraction in town or a science experiment gone wrong. Rather, this game acts as a return to form of sorts. Sure, you've got the premise set up of Putt-Putt wanting to participate in a local Car Town 500, but that's essentially just the final payoff. The majority of the game actually sees you returning to Car Town once again as you search far and wide for all of the necessary items and equipment that Putt-Putt needs in order to join the big race. Yep, in typical Putt-Putt fashion, you're given a list of objectives and then you're off to figure out how to acquire them. And right off the bat, can I just say how much I love the fact that they brought back the original Car Town layout from Putt-Putt Joins the Parade and then expanded upon it immensely. The first room you go to once you leave the Speedway takes you to the exact same circle as Joins the Parade. And conveniently enough, you're also this time, instead of delivering groceries or mowing lawns, you can either go pick fruits and vegetables from Mr. Baldini at the local farm, or you can collect these recyclable bottles scattered around Cartown and earn 1 coin for each set of 3 that you turn in. These bottles also respawn.
Or feel free to
unlike
screenshot.
sea urchins from Freddy Fish, so you don't have to worry about only being able to collect a limited number of bottles before you're forced to go to the farm. And the reason that I preface that is because the farm minigame is easily the weakest part of the whole experience. You're basically forced to navigate this giant maze in order to find the 3 specific items that Baldini asks for, and then you need to drive up directly next to them in order to pick them up off the plant that they're attached to. I wouldn't mind this so much if it weren't for the fact that Putt-Putt only moves where you click, and if you aren't directly next to the plant, he'll say he can't reach it. This leads to a very time-consuming process that just doesn't feel worth it, if you ask me. Now, as I'm sure you've noticed in every game prior to this one, I've been changing Putt-Putt's colors,
That's
seeing
cool.
as every game in the series offers that ability.
Wait, I have to
I
charge.
deliberately chose not to do so on my main playthrough of Enters the Race because that grind is just such a slog. I honestly would have preferred
Water.
that the game make the car wash and pit station free outright to save on some of that headache. But
Look at this
aside from that,
water.
there aren't too many more negatives here. Unfortunately, there's not as much diversity when it comes to acquiring the 4 items the Putt-Putt needs, seeing as each of them can only spawn in one of 2 locations around Cartown, but there's still a playability present here, unlike all titles prior to Travels Through Time. So, it's got that going for it. A safe comparison I can make is to the structure of Freddy Fish 4 and compared to Freddy Fish 3.
Oh,
Yes,
he
there are
left.
some differences, but it's nowhere near the
Yeah,
extent of the previous game. Also, the callbacks to former characters
Yeah.
like Outback Al and Rover from Zoo and Moon
Alright, so
respectively
you see
were
this?
also awesome
Yeah, I
characters
see
that I
this map.
appreciated.
What?
It really made it feel like this was an overarching world that Putt-Putt exists in, rather than just isolated stories that tie into one another. The most jarring aspect
Well.
I mentioned is that
Oh.
Putt-Putt is now voiced by none
Yeah,
other
you
than
know what? I'm sorry. I'm gonna have to stream again.
voicing the character, although Putt-Putt sounds a
So,
little more
oh,
feminine
someone's
than
watching.
before.
Hi, Putt-Putt.
Hello there.
Where are you going?
I was hoping to head over the hill, Pete, but it
Oh,
looks
2 people.
like a roadblock.
I don't know. I'm
Cool.
very particular
There's
when
2
it comes to
people
voicing
watching.
fictional characters characters, as I'm sure many others are as well. When you see her
Maybe something.
accustomed to the way they think and
You see that? You see that red thing? You see that?
Jason Ellison
You see
is
that?
putt-putt, and so playing these
Oh, I'm gonna
games
zoom in.
travels through time is
You see,
difficult
it's
for me to
gone,
get
but
fully
if I
immersed in,
zoom
because
out
I just
a little
can't
bit
get
like
used to
this.
hearing Nancy Cartwright voice the character. As I said though, she does a fine
Wait.
job and takes over the role pretty
Hold
well.
on.
As far as the puzzle solving in this game goes, it's pretty standard with
Yeah, you
multiple
can
steps
probably see it. You can actually, it actually has a hitbox. It actually has a real hitbox.
And they spawn in the same location every single playthrough, meaning there's no way
It's like the max.
either collect 12 bottles or go fruit and vegetable picking twice. Or
That's
any
like,
combination
this is
of
the
the two.
maximum.
And considering that it costs 3 coins on top of that in order to change your color, it's a little tedious pretty quick. The bottles were worth 1 coin of coin, even 2 for 1 wouldn't be that quick. It just gets a little repetitive having to go back and forth picking these up or getting the food for Baldini. The animation and environments are about what you've come to expect by this point, and the music is pretty serviceable too. I really like how the game incorporated the recycling as a method of earning money while simultaneously promoting a good message in a way that doesn't just lecture to kids.
Hey kids, always recycle. To the extreme!
Yeah, nothing like that. Putt just does the action with outright lecturing that kids should do it too. He just does it, and sometimes an effective way to normalize a behavior is to let people mimic you rather than lecturing them to do what you said. After all, if the kids like putt-putt, they want to be like putt-putt. So if putt-putt recycles, maybe the kids will recycle too. Maybe not. Who knows? Also, the shack being on fire with the 911 emergency was another good way of handling that situation. By showing kids what you should do in a situation like that through putt-putt's actions, rather than just
Alright,
listing
bye.
out a step-by-step procedure. The race itself was also a pretty solid, albeit surprisingly difficult.